So, I like to pride myself on not being somebody who necessarily follows trendy things in any regard. But there's something that I did start doing subconsciously that I'm not proud of. You know, with quarantine and all this stuff and just the general stress of life of being a young person in this world, I started feeling anxious and depressed. But I wasn't. I was sad and I was nervous about the future. I wasn't anxious. I wasn't depressed. I was sad and I was nervous. These are normal feelings. You know, and one of the things I realized is social media and media today is fetishizing depression and anxiety, and everybody seemingly has it, but realistically, we don't. A lot of people really don't, and there are people that walk around that have these issues, that it hinders their life in significant ways, that it makes it difficult for them to live productive, fulfilling lives. And we're doing them a disservice by having this by conflating our sadness and conflating our nervousness about different things with these crippling diseases. Now, if you genuinely have it, like if you've gone to a doctor and it's been diagnosed, I'm not talking to you. I owe you an apology. But to everybody who's directly or indirectly in doing it, whether they know or not, I have a couple mental things. I've got epilepsy. I've got a level of bipolar disorder. That's been diagnosed. What has not been diagnosed is depression or anxiety. And for everybody who is saying, "Oh, I've got my anxiety's getting," no, you don't have anxiety. You like smoking weed. You like attention. And we're doing, in the end of the day, we're doing these people a disservice. Like the people who are truly suffering from these awful, life-hindering diseases, we're doing them a disservice. And it's part of the reason why a lot of people say that, that is also part of it, while people on the other side of the spectrum say, man the fuck up and stop and just work through it. They because depression and anxiety have become diluted in the public consciousness to such a point that they think you're just sad, get the fuck over it. And that's not the case. When you actually have depression and actually have anxiety, makes every day very, very difficult, extremely difficult. You know, and it's ignorant, and it's wrong to just say, "Oh, I'm sad and I'm nervous about the future and I'm nervous about this." I'm like, that happens, you know. But people don't shut down. You a normal not even normal, but just the person who doesn't have it. We don't shut down and if I'm sad or I'm nervous about something, I push through it. I get through it because I don't have, my brain isn't fighting with me. So stop hurting these people and stop making these diseases appear like they're nothing, and stop trying to be like a depressed little whatever or say you have anxiety. You don't. Unless you were either diagnosed by a doctor, or your anxiety is in your heart of hearts, you know that you're when you've have attacks or you literally can't get anything done, you can't force yourself no matter what. There's a different, and I know, I'm sure there's some people thinking, "Oh, that's me." No. I know people, and I'll say I've did it earlier on myself, where I was just really sad and unmotivated. I saw people who were really sad and unmotivated. But they weren't shaking. They weren't they weren't acting they weren't shut down. They could have just dusted their asses off and just gone and done it, but they didn't. They lied about a crutch that they didn't have. And those people and I include my past self in this, cause the most harm. You don't have depression. You don't have anxiety. Stop lying and stop hurting the people who really do.